Hey there guys, welcome back to another one of my kit videos. We're going to have a look at my newest toy in this one. Here it is. So it is the Wolverine Heretic Labs Article 1 in the Amethyst purple finish. You can see that I've got a purple top, purple end and purple trigger. What's brought this on? So, I've had a couple of Heresy builds before in the past. I had the original one, which was kind of okay, and then I had the proper one, which I built off the ARP 9 and converted, and it just didn't quite tick the box. The Kai Theory didn't quite do it right for me. I always wanted kind of an electro engine in that, and I didn't really want to rebuy it all, so got rid of it and told myself that Kappa was king indoors, and it absolutely is. Pistol indoors is absolutely fantastic. And from there I built the AAP so I could have some kind of variation on the pistol indoors, and I love my AAP and everything, but it's just an AAP, it's just a pistol. I've got lots of Kappas, I'd rather use a Kappa if I'm using a pistol. So I've got lots of Kappas as well, which is a bit of a problem. So I'm planning on getting rid of a couple of my Kappas in time. I'm going to still keep a good 4 or 5 of them, but I'm currently in the works at the moment. I've got a new build, which is kind of semi in progress, the Sam Viper, which I'm kind of stripping down and remaking. I've got my purple Battle Cat, which matches this, and then I've got kind of the development build, the gold match, which was a gold match. It's kind of now a gold infinity build, where I just chuck all the parts on which I'm testing with. So I have those, and then I have a skirmish pistol as well. Might add another one to the mix, but not hell-bent on that. And I've got the 3D printed plastic, which is probably going to be one of the ones which goes, because I just don't use it anymore. Anyway, so the AAP is going to go. At that point, though, I want a variant that I can use indoors. This is going to be it. This is partly from my love for my MTW. This has come about. I absolutely love my MTW platform. This fits the build nicely because it's M4 mag based. It's all, familiar stuff right the way through. So using it indoors, you obviously want as short a profile as you can. This thing is the shortest profile you can get in an M4 stylee. The only way you could get it shorter is if you went shorter here. Tiny barrel. Not going to happen. This is running about 100 psi to get about 1 joule, so I'm pretty happy with that. It isn't stock. I have bought it from High Kappa Hub, and I brought it home brand new, completely stock, and I kind of had a couple of parts waiting, and those parts are cosmetic / quality of life changes. They're not like I've upgraded my bucking or I've upgraded my barrel, because you just don't need it on this thing. They come out of the box superb. So having a quick look over this thing, you can see it's completely channeled out, all skeletonized on there. It's absolutely beautiful. I didn't realise this bit was skeletonized. The trigger colour, having the speed trigger on there, is really nice. And like I say, I've kind of put a couple of mods on there. Now the mods I've put on there so far, are kind of I'd say one is obvious and one isn't. So the actual grip, this is one of the Magpul K2 grips. And the reason I've done that is that the K2 is a slightly more vertical angle rather than a slightly more horizontal. I did this on my main MTW, where I used to kind of go, oh, my wrist's really hurting me. I swapped it to the K2, loved it. Put the K2 on this thing, wow, it's completely changed it. So I've never actually picked one of these up until I got one. And straight away when I kind of picked it up, my hand was a bit like that. So when you're pulling it in tight, it kind of means your arm's doing that. But with this, it's a bit more upright. You can really tuck in tight. You can really get in and out of those kind of like small gaps. So absolutely loving K2 Life. I think it really brings something to the game. It changed the way this felt literally after a day. So quite happy with that. Dead easy to fit as well. You just kind of drill a hole out as per the Wolverine instructions. Feed everything through. I've done the thing with the base cap as well, so drill the hole so all your battery and everything stays in there quite nicely, and it is just lovely. And then the other mod, which I think is I wouldn't say CQB specific, but if you're going to be getting through mags quite quickly, this is the Magpul extended mag release. And what you do with that, there is a little dobbin which goes on the end of your mag release there. What you do is you kind of push it through from this side, you unwind it this side, swap your dobbin which goes on the end, and the new Magpul dobbin has these 2 screw holes tapped into it. 2 screws, thread locked, put the piece on, drop it down. A little bit of playing that, but that's okay, and then it helps it locate. And it just gives you something a little bit bigger when you're poo-poo-pooing and you need to mag change quick. You've got a much bigger target. You can see there that my finger kind of fully fills that. If it was just a dobbin, yep, my finger would hit it you know, 9 times out of 10 with no problems at all. That just gives that extra little bit to go for. So why am I doing this? I plan on kind of changing my CQB play a little bit. I generally just tend to run in head first, and I'll trade off as much as I can, as fast as I can. I'm going to go for a slightly more considered approach now. Just noticed there's a tiny little bit of upper receiver wobble there, so I'm going to have to O-ring that or get a magic pin for it. Yeah, there is I do tend to kind of just sprint in, trade off, get shot to crap. I'm going to use this slightly more considered approach. Take a little bit slower, maybe kind of just play at the back, get a few more shots off, but, you know, hopefully a bit more accurate, because this thing is just killer out of the box. But what it's also going to do is it's also going to allow me to get onto some Speed QB style fields as well. So kind of an all-round multi-purpose rifle. I will not be selling this at all. I know the last 2 Heresy builds haven't lasted very long. This is here to stay. I absolutely love it already. Love it! So as this video goes out, when you watch this, I will have played Airsoft last night with it. But as I'm filming this now, I'm actually going to Airsoft in 2 days with it. So really, really stoked. I've done all the testing that I need to do. Got the pressures right on my valve, on my regulator. Not set the dwell yet, but kind of I was advised I probably won't need to straight away. And to be fair, it's working. So I just want to go out and get a few thousand rounds through it so that we can get onto the field. So there we go. I did want to do kind of a total unboxing thing, but these have been out quite a while now. You don't need me to unbox this. But what I did think I'd do is just show you a couple of the mods I've done to it. Because I like it and it's made it mine already, and God, this thing is so light. It's just so beautiful. It's almost like just a metal case for your engine. It just feels light. I'm using the nice little stubby EPMs as well, and they just fit nice. They drop in well. They're not huge as well. I'm just wondering if I can find one. I did have one in it up until not long ago. Typically can't get my hands on them, so there we go. My new toy. Please do check back in. This is my long form content video, so hopefully this time next week for you as you watch this, we'll have the first CQB footage using this bad boy, so that won't be one to miss, because although I just said I'm going to try and play a more considered game, that ain't going to happen. It's going to be its first time out. I'm going to go hell for leather with it. So thank you very much, guys. Please do drop me a like. Please do drop me a comment. Do you like my new gun, or should I stick with the Kappas? I'm sticking with the Kappas anyway, but this is just an added extra bonus content. And as always, guys, please do drop me a sub. It does help me on my YouTubing journey as I try not to fall down the clickbait route. Thank you very much, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.